SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. Week 5 is in the books, and it is time to start taking a brief look at some of the opening odds here of Week 6 of the NFL season, as we are almost a third of the way through already here in the regular season. And Sunday Night Football here in Week 6, going to be a great divisional matchup between the Washington Redskins, fresh off of their bye, against the Dallas Cowboys, who just got barely beaten at home against the Denver Broncos. Now, the Cowboys, a surprising 4-1 against the spread this season. Very good for a traditionally very overvalued team. And they come into this game against the Washington Redskins as 6-point favorites in the opening odds with a total of 53 points. Now, although the Cowboys are only 2-3 straight up, they did play very good against the Denver Broncos here this past week. Almost came up with a win if it wasn't for that crucial Tony Romo interception and, of course, the horrendous defense the Cowboys portrayed throughout the entire game. Of course, Washington has had some extra time to rest here coming off of their bye. Alfred Morris looks healthy, which is big for this team. He was banged up heading into the bye, but he practiced on Monday here, so he looks good to go for this Sunday night's matchup. Extra week to plan as well, too, which should play into the hands of Washington in this game. So keep an eye on the spread because it is a little bit lower than -6 in some places. Some books have it at -5.5 right now. Redskins actually 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games overall against the Dallas Cowboys. However, they are only 3-14 straight up in their last 17 trips to Dallas. Now, that's a little bit skewed because the Redskins, of course, were horrendous for most of this past decade and the decade before that to begin with. But they are the Skins, however, are 4-1 straight up in their last 5 road games, and Dallas 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games at home versus Washington. Also 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 overall against the Washington Redskins. So not a whole lot of success for the Cowboys against the Redskins here very recently. I think that trend might continue, but we're going to have to take a look at how the odds are shaping up throughout the week, as it is only Tuesday. A little bit too early to be picking on a Sunday night game. However, later in the week, when my pick on the spread and total comes out in this game, I'll give you some value, hopefully sneaking out between these two NFC East divisional rivals. But until then, thanks for joining me on this one. I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of The Sharp Pick.